it seemed like watching like a 5th grader talk about what they want to be when they grow up.
Bro, oh my fucking god. See, I hate when niggas like this say this, bro. Alright, so since we're recording, let's get on with the video. So it's gonna be a pretty quick video. I have to go to work, and it's like 7:42. I have to leave out the house 8:30. So let's make this very quick. I'm gonna be doing minimal pausing in this, alright? So this is a Omizi video, and it's talking about the internet hates Kai Cenat for no reason. Which I agree. I mean, people have been saying that his anime run and his anime arc has been pretty like disingenuous and performative. I have seen some videos of it on TikTok. Um, Personally, what do I think? I personally think, bro, it isn't, bro. Personally, and I'm saying this not as like a glazer or whatever, right? I don't even watch Kai for real, right? And that's not even like in a dissing way. His content just isn't for me, right? But me personally, whatever your reason is to watch anime and whatever your reason is to pursue anything you want to pursue is of your own volition and it's of your own free will. That's what I personally believe, right? And I think that's very fucked up that people are trying to give him flack for it. You know what I mean? Um, and I would say this, right? This is the reason why a lot of anime fans and a lot of people who watch anime are given a bad rep because of shit like this. It's where they try to police like who can do what and who can do this and who can do that, which shouldn't be how it is. The people who made this anime, or the people who made like certain things, they want people to just enjoy it because they want people to enjoy it. It's that simple. It shouldn't be this thing where it's like, oh, you're a fake fan because you didn't watch all of Dragon Ball. Oh, you're a fake this because you didn't watch all of Naruto. You're a fake that, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, your reasoning why you watch it is different because I used to watch it when I used to get bullied. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. Whatever your reason is whatever it is. But anyway, let's get straight to the video. Alright? Let's get straight to the video.
The internet says it wants authenticity until a creator actually starts changing. Every time a creator tries to evolve, the internet turns on them. And the reason might say more about you than it does them.
Bro, speaking about that, this is my first pause, right? Minimal pausing, by the way. But I just want to get this off. Bro, I remember when Young Don went to being Christian, right? He was a very radical Christian for like 3 years, right? And then he went on to deconstruct from Christianity, right? Bro, the amount of people who gave him hate is crazy, bro. And my thing is this, right? It's like I understand somewhat now, somewhat. I understand the concern somewhat, right? In terms of like it doesn't feel genuine because it's such like a dramatic shift. But me being somebody who went through dramatic shift after dramatic shift after dramatic shift, just within like the past like 3 years, gang. I'm talking about being like ultra misogynistic to being misogynistic, but then like also wanting a relationship, to wanting to be a better person, to wanting to still be misogynistic, to being who I am now, where it's like I'm more like open to the plight and the issues of others, right? Who aren't really me for real, right? I realized how selfish I really was in terms of how I was raised and the culture I live in. But that took years of work and effort. And to a lot of people, that's only 3 years, right? But to me, it felt like forever, right? So it really depends on who the person really is, right? And when Don made his switch and made his conversion to where now he's more so like spiritual, right? Everybody's like, oh, it's a fake journey and this and that because he was in and then I already know he probably gets some toxic spiritual people where it's like, oh, you fake spiritual because yeah. Oh, you da, right? Even though Don said himself he was actually an atheist since he was like 16. And then he became a Christian when he was in like his 20s, his late 20s, right? And then switched back or switched into not being a part of Christianity again. So it's like it truly took his whole life for him to make that switch. It's just that, oh, well, most of his life. It took a good half of his life to make that switch, but people don't care about it. You know what I mean? But I'm just using that as a way to relate this as well. It's the same message, but it's really insane because people like to police what they feel as if is the right way to do something. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is. You know what I mean? I feel as if like you do whatever you want because it's what you want to do. You don't go there, you don't let nobody try to like manipulate you and try to shame you into doing something that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Because then if you do that, you're gonna hate yourself in the end anyway. Okay, that's enough of that, bro. That's a lot of yapping. Jesus Christ.
Really believe
10
that
seconds in the
content
video, by the way.
creators and streamers in general, and anybody who loves to create any type of content, you guys cannot be boxed into this category where you're just only that. You have made it to where you are because you are authentically just being yourself. And imagine if you were to just test your limits to see how far you really can be.
Over the past couple of months, we have sporadically been seeing Kai Cenat post on the internet. Since the final Mafia-thon, he has been pretty much avoidant of anything that has to do with the www.com. So much so that speculation started to trickle down into the ethos about him retiring from streaming and quitting content creation, even backed by some of his nearest and dearest friends.
What? Kai's on here? How many Twitch subs will Kai reach this year? Gang, how do I tell you? That he retired for streaming, gang. He's not hitting none of these, bro. He's done. He's a star now. He gonna be in movies and shit. He gonna be in movies and shit.
So when he recently dropped a video titled "I Quit" on his YouTube channel, it had everybody's ears perked up. Now, I know that this is classic YouTube jargon, you know, clickbait, as some people would say, a misleading title. He's not quitting streaming, he's quitting doubt. He's quitting that box. You know, 2 monitors, a chat, reactions, and one version of himself that everybody has. He's choosing growth over comfort, and that's very rare in the streaming industry. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes
I'm ready to subscribe. I really like the video. You can see it.
If you don't subscribe, how can I stay unemployed to feed you unemployed news? It just makes sense. Now, back to the video. The past 6 or 7 years, Kai Cenat has been streaming. He's been connected to content, and his whole life has revolved around it, formulating this blueprint that was repeatable. Doing something, but not really creating. You see, streaming is what he does. Creating is what he's becoming. And this is a concept that he's definitely struggled with.
I know at times, usually I'm able to handle a lot of stuff by myself and find ways through it. But I just needed some advice on just pursuing life and goals that I have to like how to find the confidence and the real commitment to pursue them. Because usually at the times I've achieved so much and I've been able to knock down goals I always wanted to do, and my mindset in my head, it's just like a lot of self-doubt. I'm not even depressed.
Yeah, I feel him on that, bro. Not gonna lie, like a lot of people, like even without like streaming and YouTube and all that, I was in myself of those moments too, where it's like literally up to like last night to this morning, right? Right before I was going to record, right? I had like a massive wave of like depression, bro, and it comes in here and there, and I have low self-esteem, right? Just from how I grew up and the things I've been through in life, right? So it's where like my self-esteem is not high whatsoever, right? And I'm really trying to build myself up now, right? Whether that be trying to take better care of myself, speak better, try to really go there and be a better person in general, right? And it makes me like all of those were individual goals that I was able to knock down over years after year after year after year after year after year, right? Like for example, one of the major things I wanted to accomplish when I came into university was it was being able to actually speak better, right? Not only speak better, but being more extrovert because I'm introvert at heart, right? Um, but that comes from growing up an only child and being lonely, right? So it's a thing where it's like for me, I was like, I need to like reach out and be this and do this and do that because even if like other people are lonely, other people are going through their own things too. What if I can be that light for somebody else? I mean, what if I can make somebody's life like a little bit better? So I started to construct like a fake like persona of myself, a fake mask, like an extroverted part of myself. And I turn it on here and there whenever I think it is necessary. And most of the time, it's like that's not really me, you know what I mean? And I be having those and even beside just that, right? people see me as like this amazing, kind, funny, smart dude or whatever, right? But to me personally, I'm the exact opposite in my mind. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even see myself how others see me. You know what I mean? And even with goals, it's the thing where it's like every time I hit a goal, it's where it's like that's another one. Or it's like, oh, finally. Like literally, I'm about to graduate college, right? In like another like year, like next year, spring, I should be done with all my credits for college, right? And all my course requirements. I should be done with everything for college, right? Bro, but when I get that shit done, it's I'm not gonna be happy. I already know I'm not gonna be happy, and it's mainly because it's not that I'm not appreciative. It's more so it's like thank God, like I finally got this done. Jesus, like fuck, you know what I mean? It's like that's it, bro. Personally, personally, right? I don't give a shit, bro. You know what I mean? It's more about like this is like to me, it's been like a burden on my back. You know what I mean? So I really feel him when he says this because it's like bro, a lot of people look at you from the outside and they see, oh well, you're successful, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like for me, I'm working in my career while I'm also in college, right? And I'm also doing this shit, right? So it's like I'm trying to build myself up. I'm trying to build certain things. Just that it's like there's loneliness that comes with that. There's doubt that comes with that. There's insecurity that you had from before. There's new insecurities. There's all kind of shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like all that just doesn't go away. You have to really like work through that. And a lot of people see you on the outside and they automatically think, yeah, bro, you got that, or yeah, bro, he got shit together, or yeah, bro, this and that, that. Even if you're a strong person, you're not strong forever. You can try your best to be strong all the time, but in reality, you're not strong forever. No one truly is, bro. Everybody has their weak points. It's just how you deal with them, you know what I mean? But that's why I really fuck with Kai, where it's like during this journey, because it's like, gang, a lot of people see that he's rich and successful, like materialistically wise, and they don't see the inside, bro. They don't know where this nigga come from. They don't know how he really feels about himself. They don't know none of that. All they think about is, hey, he making money and he make more money than me. Therefore, he's happy. He don't have anything to complain about. That's literally how people think, bro. And even on a micro level with me, it's like people see I have a job while I'm in college, while I'm doing this, while I'm doing that. I think to themselves, oh, well, man, this nigga ain't struggling. This nigga ain't never struggled a day in his life. Bro, opposite, bro. Anyway, yap over, bro. Let's continue the video. Let's continue the video, gang.
I'm not sad. It's just for some reason I'm having like a lot of self-doubt because it's out of fear of stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation and pursuing in another goal.
I think this statement reigns true for just about anybody. Growth usually starts where confidence and comfortability ends, and that's where doubt replaces it. We've all experienced it before. You read those interview questions 10 times in the mirror. You've went and adjusted that tie or looked at your stockings 16 times, knowing that nothing is really wrong, but you don't want to face the world with any sort of imperfection. You read and reread, you write and you rewrite because you doubt who you are and what you are about to present to a bunch of people. And Kai Cenat is no different. He is vulnerably and openly talking about the different endeavors that he's about to, launch himself into. Movies, acting, fashion, and everything else.
It's the opportunity.
Short pause, right? Bro, I know niggas was sick when I went on TikTok, right? The nigga was like reading and shit, right? And of course, he was live, right? He was reading, right? And he was like looking up words, and niggas was like, "You wanna know what that word mean?" And this and that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like niggas can't even read, gang. Like niggas really can't even read. Niggas can't niggas can't be scholarly, gang. Niggas just, I think, fuck. I really wish I remember the oh, it was spontaneity, right? He didn't know what it meant, right? And he couldn't pronounce it, right? So it's like niggas really made like one of those like funny TikTok ads. They had like a goofy sound with, and it's like, and they put like the little rose, right? The little rose that curves down, and they was like, oh, blood doesn't even know what spontaneity means, and I'm like, gang, what the fuck? Let the nigga try, bro. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, people act as if like they never failed in their life, bro. As if they know what every word fucking means. Like, okay, fucking like Shakespeare ass nigga. Like, bro, the hate on Kai is crazy, bro. And it really came from Aiden, you know. It really came from Aiden calling him fake and him trying to shame Kai into donating that money for that wallet thing, right? Even though Aiden still put in, like, Aiden didn't even have the most money. He didn't even put in the most money. And he easily could have. Multi-millionaire, by the way. Shaming another millionaire who already has his endeavors into building a school in Africa. And then he was like, oh, well, where's the school? Where's the school? Where's the school? Or whatever. And then niggas started comparing him to Umar, and it's a lot, bro. And they was like, oh, well, mental health is right. Where's this coming from? He got attacked back to back to back to back to back. And then he already been getting hate because he's the biggest streamer. So it's like, all this shit you gotta think about, bro. But whatever, though.
Opportunity to
Niggas
just
hate,
express
bro.
a
Niggas
lot
aren't
of
saying
things that's
it,
been
dog.
going on in my life. But like, this is Kai behind just the streams, and I want to do it the right way. Like, this is not me slapping my name on any brand, and
Well, I can see.
and and trying to money grab and shit. I want to build this community.
You have to know who your audience is.
Yeah.
You have to know who those people who are going to support you in the beginning, because those people also going to grow with you.
Mm-hmm.
The people who've been watching you for, how long you been streaming? 5 years?
Like 4 or 5, yeah.
Right. So if they started watching you when they was 9,
Facts.
they 14 now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the next 5 years, then they're going to
Yeah.
be 19.
Mm-hmm.
So they grow with
Yeah.
you, and then their economics are going to grow with you too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Y'all grow together.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Now, most people probably think that this is a positive change, but by God, the internet is reacting so negatively to the new Kai Cenat. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Finding hobbies
Yeah.
and going into new ventures, learning these things and these crafts and not just slapping your name on a product. Learning how to write and read better on a daily basis, which can help you speak better. You would think that those are generally positive things. But I've seen the same questions over and over again about this new Kai Cenat transformation
Yeah.
that I've seen for past content creators. Is this
Yeah.
genuine? Is this a cash grab? Are we about to get scammed? Is this some sort of ego project? Now, I can't lie. There's some good merit to all of these questions that people are asking. Do you remember the whole Logan Paul crypto zoo situation? The NFT space was so.
And see, the thing is, right? I understand it. It's just that it's like, it becomes this thing where it's like, now no one wants to grow anymore or everybody's questioning the growth now. And it's like, what if, for example, right, with me, I like anime and gaming, right? I do more reaction based stuff because it's more like trending and stuff like that here and there or whatever, right? And I try to like build up my community. But at a certain level, I want it to be where I only do comics, I only do anime, right? Or at least that's what I mainly do, right? That's my goal, right? But it could be a thing where it's like people don't want to see that shit. My audience doesn't want to see that shit. Nobody wants to see that shit. You know what I mean? Even though that's what I really care about and that's what I'm really passionate about, it could be a thing where it's like, oh, well, what's the switch up? I've been watching anime and shit since I was fucking, like, since I could ever remember. One of my first memories was watching fucking Kabuto betray them niggas in part 1 of Naruto. That's when they found out that he was a rat. Like, bro, I remember that shit, bro. That's when they're trying to get the last scroll and they didn't get it and all kind of other shit, bro. They still passed. Well, they still went to the final exam, but still, you know what I mean? I remember that shit, bro. That's one of my first memories. You know what I mean? Dad, Boondocks, Dragon Ball Z, all that shit, bro. All that shit. But if I were to switch my content and make it where I only talk about that, it'll be a slow rise. If not, I might lose subscribers, the little that I have. You know what I mean? So my point is, right? My point is that, like, I think once you have a certain box put around you, people don't want to let you leave that box. You know what I mean? People do not want to let you leave that box. People is like, oh, well, don't you only do this? Don't you only do drama? I don't really give a shit about this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like drama in general. I'd rather watch anime, my comic shit, and all that. And maybe this is a flaw on my own, right? Where I should like push it out more. But it's like, in terms of like growth and stuff for that, just let people grow, bro. You know what I mean? Just let people grow. Just let people like make that change for the better. I think if you keep on like holding people back, they can't truly grow. And then if niggas them was like, hey, fuck streaming, fuck YouTube, then you're like, oh, what happened? He's just abandoned his community. It's like, bro, come on, dog.
big at the time, and everybody and their mother was jumping in. So naturally, Logan Paul leveraged his name that he had built off of being a career-long content creator, being in the faces and spaces of children growing into young adults for a long time, and put himself directly in line with these different companies. Now that
But see, the thing is, right? What people gotta understand is like Kai is not this fucking piece of shit though, and yes, I'm calling him a piece of shit because he robbed all these like innocent people. He robbed these people in general. It's like you can't compare the two because it's like Jake and Logan are clearly scumbags, right? Kai, at least from what he portrays, or at least that like there's no real scandal about him doing anything bad. It's like the nigga's just a guy, bro. He's literally just a guy. Logan and fucking Jake have been scamming people for years, and they still have a platform. People are still supporting them, but people are giving Kai flack because he wants to grow and start reading and writing, doing fashion, pursue watching anime more, all this other stuff. It's like you could tell you could tell people are fake as hell, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, you gang. You could tell niggas is fake as hell, gang.
ended in lawsuit after lawsuit, litigation after litigation, disappointment after disappointment from the fans. Now, I will say he has reinvented himself for the most part from the past Logan Paul days.
True.
Obnoxious vlogger who goes into Japanese forests and shows people hanging from trees, all the way to Prime, which I would consider a successful business. WWE star, philanthropist, entrepreneur, all these different things. And even though the skepticism is valid, it's amazing how no matter how successful he is or how genuine some of these newer endeavors might be, people will always assume the bad first. And hell, you could even say the same thing about his brother, who
that's true.
people feel like is scamming the boxing industry. Now, for what it's worth, Kai Cenat is not either of the Paul brothers, but that doesn't change the sentiment shared by the internet. Streamer launching some fashion brand sounds familiar, and they're not necessarily reacting to Kai Cenat, but they're reacting.
The difference is, right? The difference is Kai is learning how to actually make clothes. These other people, they go to these different countries or they find some wholesale shipper and they find some fucking like cheap labor to slap a fucking logo on it, right? Kai is learning how to actually do this shit for real. Do you understand how hard it is to sew, gang? Sewing by hand is hard as shit, bro. And I'm trying to learn how to do that. This before I even knew what this Kai shit, right? Because I already know niggas in the comments, bro. But I learned it because I have work shirts I want to fix, right? So it's like that shit is hard, bro. This nigga's actually learning how to do this shit for real. Maybe it's something he always wanted to look at. Maybe he just thinks it's cool, bro. Niggas can't have hobbies, bro. Bro, and see the thing is, right? Whenever motherfuckers call racism, because if this was like PewDiePie, fucking Jacksepticeye, any other white YouTuber, oh my gosh, he's so multi-talented. But because it's Kai, and because he's also the biggest streamer, and because he's like, a black man, all of a sudden it's, is he really being genuine? Is he really that? Bro, Jake and Logan did some genuinely despicable things, bro. And they hate on Kai more. Like, perpetually. They've been hating on Kai for a whole year, bro. Jake and Logan disappeared. They came back with WWE and the boxing shit, and everybody all of a sudden, like, granted, they still get hate here and there, but it's not to the level that Kai gets hate, bro. Kai's trying to be a better person, and motherfuckers are genuinely hating, bro. That's actually insane to me, bro. Not gonna lie.
To history. They're reacting to other
Fuck,
creators doing this same song and dance.
Y'all see Kai Cenat when he got his award? It was very telling what he said. He said, I have goals to be a fashion designer and have my own fashion brand. I have goals to write and direct movies. Okay. I told Terrell, it seemed like watching like a fifth grader talk about what they want to be when they grow up.
Bro, oh my fucking god. See, I hate when bitch ass niggas like this say this dumbass shit, bro. You telling me, right? Kai Cenat, the multimillionaire, who was famous since he was like in his early 20s, right? If not late teens, right? 19, 20, right? He said, like, he made all this money and did all this shit, right? And you're telling me now that he can't pursue different hobbies and interests? If this guy would have changed his content, I would make the exact same type of video then. Because you doing this criticism, right, on Kai Cenat, and if you come out like let's say next week and say, hey, I want to do more anime and comic stuff. I want to get into it. I never had a chance to get into it. And if someone were to bully you for it, you would think that they're being mean. You're doing the same thing to Kai, bro. People are such hypocrites, bro. People are such pieces of shit, though. Oh my fucking god! Like a kid saying this is what he want to do when he grows up. That's what you're comparing this guy trying to pursue interests and hobbies to. These people are so fucking sad and pathetic, bro. And I hate the fact that this guy is black, bro. That us.
And this is no slight to bro. But the reason why I talk about these streamers in this way is
Jesus
your
Christ,
goals
bro.
don't even align with what you're doing now. Your goals.
They do. Bro, he pulled back from streaming, right? Dropping YouTube videos, or if he is streaming, it's about his new interests. He's putting in effort. He's not just saying, I want to do these things. He's actually reading. He talked about having his bad mental health. He started watching anime and shit for real. Then he started doing fashion design. So it's like, what more do you want? Do you want the nigga to like disappear completely and just become a fashion designer? Why can't you do both?
Or the same goals as everybody starting from zero, which to me make me feel like streaming is your launch pad.
When you look at these people that get famous for one thing, and then they get up there and say, I want to do that or that, or I think I want to go this way. It's
No, okay, let's use this logic, right? That means that The Rock shouldn't be as big as he is. The Rock was wrestling, you know. Actually, no. At first, he was a football player. So because he was a famous football player, he used that as a launch pad to get into acting and wrestling. So, you know, technically, The Rock shouldn't... Dumbass logic, bro. The Rock is famous and successful as he is because he has all those different interests. He's a successful wrestler, and he's mainly a successful actor, and he's also a football player in the NFL. So, I think he was in the NFL. If not the NFL, he was playing in high-level college, right? Why can't people have different interests to you? This is coming from a place of envy, jealousy, and hate, you know. I want you to really understand that. Because this loser-ass, bitch-ass nigga, right here, on my screen, not on easy. This nigga right here, this bitch-ass nigga right here, right? This nigga with the fucking shirt mic, wearing fucking pearls around his fucking wrist, right? Like a bitch, right? This nigga right here, right, is shaming people for wanting to do better and pursuing interests. Fucking loser, bro. Bro, these are the type of niggas. Bro, you can tell they used to get bullied in school, bro. I'm not gonna lie, gang. You can, bro. He's one of them niggas where you can tell he used to get bullied in school. God damn, bitch ass nigga, bro.
not that we don't know if you grew up and wanted to do that, right? But it does call into question what you're passionate about. Do you want to get into acting because you're passionate about
3 videos. This is a 3rd video, right? 3rd video, mind you. Or at least 3rd clip, I should say. Because I think this is from the same first video that he showed. But that's at least 2 videos you had, judging from the different fits, right? That you went there, you sat down and recorded a whole video bashing Kai Cenat I. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Like, fucking loser, bro. This guy is a loser. This guy right here is a fucking loser. He is a loser. Dead ass, gang.
being a part of these projects? Or do you want to get into acting because it's the best thing to do with your status? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the best thing for you to do next. And you have status now, so you might as well.
There's not that much streamers getting into actual fashion design, gang. I promise you that. I promise you that. If they weren't fashion designers or already fashion people, there's not much people who go from doing the type of content Kai used to do to go straight into fashion. No one is doing that shit, bro. That's some shit he's actually passionate about. Like, look at Speed. Speed used to do some dumbass shit when he was a lot smaller when he was younger, bro. Now look at him now. He's traveling the world doing what he wants. I don't see why there's so much hate on Kai, bro. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. If any other streamer had the interest that Kai had, any other streamer, right? Any other streamer, everybody would be clapping him up, bro. But because it's Kai, everybody wants to hate. It's fucking crazy, bro.
We'll take your status and sell a movie ticket. That's always been a recipe for people. Oh, I think I'm going to go into movies. Now that I'm famous, I'm going to go and be a movie. And you know what that's called? That's called gatekeeping.
I'm sorry. I have to skip this fucking video. I don't want to listen to this bitch ass nigga anymore,
Max
bro.
shared the same sentiment. Everyone doesn't share these sentiments.
Jesus
Creators like
Christ.
DDG and Plackboy Max shared the same sentiments as Kai Cenat. And I think it's quite
Exactly.
interesting because both of them are rap artists who have also been invalidated
Exactly.
by, you know, the different communities for what they've been trying to.
Bro, DDC was a fucking YouTuber. Max was a basketball YouTuber, if not a 2K YouTuber. Now they both do music, and they are successful for doing music. Why didn't that bitch ass nigga say the same shit about them two? Come on, I need an answer. I need an answer. I need an answer. I need an answer right now. He's a bitch, bro. That nigga's a bitch. No, I'm easy. The other guy, old bro with the fucking big ass forehead, with that Yakub head going on again.
Get into.
I know I go through the same shit. I ain't gonna give y'all a little spiel. I talk about this shit every day, man. Like, I really be wanting to just focus on music, but it's just so hard to step away from something that you're so used to. Well, I've been making content for 10 years, bro. My whole family life changed off content. It's like, it's hard. It's difficult. Every day I get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed more to focus on what I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
You know, and see and take that leap of faith. And another thing, like, I did it once. I could do it again. I took the leap of faith with school. Like, nigga, I straight A's in school. Boom, boom, boom. I said, fuck it, I'm going to drop out and do content. Did it. Now I'm here.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. No bullshit. Like, I always want to be a beacon of, like, light on. You can do whatever you want. Y'all already know this. I always tell y'all niggas this. You feel me? No cap.
Now, this is an interesting concept because these aren't fans of his. Now, albeit they probably consume his content as fans, but these are peers, people who go through the same fears, same worries, same doubts. For what it's worth, I think people forget that like content creation is algorithmic. It's science. It's not necessarily art. At least it's gotten away from that for the most part. I know if I talk about this subject with this title, with this thumbnail.
Yup. Literally, I mentioned that before. I think I kind of alluded to it earlier with the anime shit, right? Gang, the reason why I focus on doing drama type content is because that is what people want to see. People want to see, hey, this person reacted to this video. This person reacted to that video, right? Granted, there also is a market for people who do different types of content, but the mass majority of people want to see drama. The mass majority of people want to see, like, hey, what did Kai Cenat do? What did Black Boy Max do? That's what most people want to see, bro. It's a big audience, gang. It's how you get, like, eyes on your content. It's how you get eyes glued to you. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it like, gang, like, I gotta do this shit because it just makes sense in terms of, hey, this is what people want to see. I have to talk about certain things because it just would make more sense. If I only did comics and if I only did anime, depending on the type of content that I do, I have to either be very like knowledgeable, very charismatic, or have very high quality. You know what I mean? It's like that's the type of shit you gotta do, bro. You have to put in uber effort in order to have just that audience. And it depends what your audience is really built off of. My audience, somewhat, is built off of drama type content. So if I move from this and I go into something completely different, it can be a thing where I might lose, bro, easily, and I have to start all over again.
Print X amount of views, and this is repeatable. And ultimately, that becomes a job. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. Well, over here at the Unemployed News Network, it's probably a problem because you're probably watching this on your news break. But there's nothing wrong with having a job.
It's funny because this guy has a job, and I have a job too.
But going into this endeavor saying that you want to be a creative and then ultimately ending up, you know, punching in and punching out can't feel good. No difference than going into something like teaching or civil service, you know, working at the mayor's office saying that you're going to make a difference. And you ultimately find yourself filing paperwork year in and year out. When you try something new, you get pushback from different people around you. Oh, that's a good job. Don't leave that. What about your benefits? But if you stay the same, it causes personal stagnation, which can ultimately be damaging mentally.
He does look a little schizophrenic because he's kind of talking to himself. He was posting videos for the past several months. Well, the whole internet was talking about him. They couldn't find this new channel. And he's like reading books by himself. He's sewing. He's like on the beach. He's doing, it seems like he was doing that. It was like a diary. But I like to see people use YouTube like that. And now that it's out, literally just got exposed like 30 minutes ago, we could see some of those videos. And I hope Kai Cenat, I wish him the best. Yeah. I think it's smart for him to leave streaming. I think that he pretty much hit the ceiling. You know, at this point, what is he going to do? React to clips and still do, you know, scream and promote Rakai? It's like, let Rakai, nigga, shit, nigga, what's going on, chat? Nigga, what do I mean? What do I mean benevolent? What do I benevolent mean? Let Rakai do it now. You gave him the blueprint. You put your friends on. Now they can carry the torch and be the loud, funny black guy on the front of Twitch. That's what. But now Kai Cenat is transcending. He's ascending. He's looks maxing. He's sewing. It makes sense for him to try new territories. And you know, it's actually it's inspiring from Kai Cenat because I want to do the same eventually. Yeah. At this point, maybe soon enough, it's going to be time for me to hang up the hat, put down the OBS and the IRL toolkit, hang up the backpack, and start film directing.
New year, new me is a term that we've used for the past umpteen years to show that, you know, you're going through some sort of change. The difference is that it's not filmed, it's not out in public. People aren't vulnerable about these things. I think social media has made it socially acceptable to post your 75 hard or your push-ups that you do every single weekend. But for the most part, we fight silent battles. Kai Cenat is a little bit different though. He's publicizing all these things. And for what it's worth, I think that it's actually beautiful. I think it's still relatable. And I think it shows that, you know, he's no different than anybody else. Look, I know you've probably clicked on this video waiting for me or some other content creator to shit on the fact that he struggled reading for a minute.
Spontaneity.
Like I mentioned before.
How do I pronounce that?
Bro. Niggas took this clip and they turned into a fucking funny edit making fun of Kai, bro. Because the nigga was reading, gang. Niggas are sad, bro. Jesus Christ. Spontaneity. But some people don't know that. That's just that's normal. He's trying, bro. People are pieces of shit, dog. It's fucking crazy, gang.
Oftentimes when I don't know what a word is pronounced, I get to
that's what you gotta do.
Look at how it's pronounced and what it even means.
That's what you gotta do.
Spontaneity. The condition of being spontaneous.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity. But by God, if you are one of the people that is making fun of somebody literally reading
fucking losers, bro,
5-syllable words
Jesus
and how to pronounce them, you've gotta be a loser. No difference than the people that laughed at people like Lizzo for posting her workout videos, laughing at the guy who's struggling for doing 5 push.
Bro, and she's doing so fucking well, bro. I'm so happy, bro. I know she did have that controversy where she was being evil towards her dancers and stuff. But even besides that, just seeing her even try to like do better is already a good thing within itself. People just, bro, hate never comes from above, bro. Hate never comes from above. It always comes from below, bro. It always comes from below. Always comes from below. Especially if you're doing something good. Hate always comes from below. Never above. Always remember that.
Push-ups, laughing at the woman for baking the cake that was ultimately not done in the middle. These people are trying these things and they're succeeding by just trying. And I get so confused. Like, we're clowning him for learning, but isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Learning? And let's be clear, I can make a pretty safe assumption about this. The people that are probably clowning him can't read. What's the reading level in America like? 5th grade or some shit like that? Like, I know you can't read laughing at Kai Cenat. Like, you just seem so miserable to me. But the internet hates all this new content that Kai Cenat is putting out. The reading for 20 minutes a day, the having real vulnerable conversations, the, you know, reacting to music that is not normal for his audience to like. Sometimes I think y'all think this kid was a fucking Renaissance man out the womb or some shit like that. It's the most amazing thing in the world. But they're not giving pushback to the ideas of the execution. They're more so giving pushback to the change. What did Kanye say? I miss the old Kanye. y'all missed the old Kai Cenat. And it's only been like 4 months. I think his growth reminds them of their own stagnation.
Literally.
And they ultimately benefit from the predictability that he brings. That's how they can get their hate memes off. That's how they can get their stylish jokes off, their rat jokes off, him being short jokes off. That's how they can get all that off. But if you change...
Oh, and the thing is, right? I bet you this. Fast forward, Kai goes there, and Kai actually, like, creates some good shit, because he will, right? When Kai creates some good shit out of this fashion shit, all them niggas that were dissing them are gonna disappear, and they're all of a sudden gonna be, oh yeah, I was here from the start, big bro. I was here from the start, big bro. He wasn't, bro. Most people are hating on this nigga, bro, because they're fucking losers. That's why. This shit is real, bro. Let them, bro. Let them actually put in the effort, bro. And see, the thing is, right? If Kai goes back and does the old stuff he used to do, you're gonna have people who are gonna be celebrating, and you're gonna have people who are gonna say, "See, I knew that phase wasn't really real. Real. I know it wasn't real. Look, he went back to the same content because y'all bullying him, bro. The fuck."
Changes, you ultimately just look like a D-bag watching a guy in real time learn to read better and speak better and make fun of him. The reality here is that the audience doesn't own Kai Cenat. They don't own iShowSpeed. They don't own Blackboy Max. They don't own any of these creators over the past couple of years who have been changing in real time. It's funny because we spend so...
Bro, shout out to TSO Sage, but TSO Sage mainly was an anime YouTuber, bro. He have a second channel called The Slept On Sage, right? It's where he does more regular reactions to regular reaction videos, and he's gaining success already, bro. And the channel just created. I don't even think it's like 3 months old yet. It's probably like 2 months old, gang. If all that. But it's good, high quality content. He's actually putting an effort to be to actually put in his own take and all too. So it's like his audience needs time to catch up as well. But it is still good because he's doing what he wants to do. He's doing the anime shit, and he's doing what he actually wants to do. That's what it is, bro. Like, people are just miserable, bro. Even with Young Don. Young Don was doing mainly reactions as Young Don the Sauce God, right? But now he has his Young Don Reacts YouTube channel, right? I think he's at like 140 something thousand. He's almost at 200K. He's doing amazing, bro. This part, bro, last year, gang, Jesus, from 0 up to 100K in a year, bro. 100K plus. It was even a year yet before he even got 100K, bro. He was doing amazing, good high quality content. It went from him, having like his background evolved as well, and there's even a green screen. There's LEDs in the back, mic crisp, camera crisp. The editing got better over time. It's like, and the editing was already good. It just got a lot better too. Commentary got a lot better. You know what I mean? He gives advice, all that shit, bro. So all these YouTubers have something in common. They branched off from their regular content, and they did what they wanted to do, and they're happy, bro. That's all that matters. You should care if that person's happy, bro. If you truly are a fan, you should want that person to be happy, bro. And if you don't, you're not a true fan. It's that simple, gang.
So much time shitting on these content creators in their youth as they go through their foibles and their endeavors on their rise to fame. We condemn them for the lack of being involved in social and political elements in the world. We criticize them for saying some of the most obscene things on the internet, and we probably should, but you know, it is what it is. But on their growth journey and as they change, it becomes some sort of hatred towards them. But this matters a lot to me because on the other side of that, I know we get an iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed is going around doing his world tours.
I mentioned this before, bro.
Recent stop in Africa has been beautiful.
I mentioned this before.
For content creation and for people in general. Kai Cenat is opening the door for people in the streaming and content creation industry to do new, do more, do better, do greater. He's even highlighted some content creators that he thinks can be greater than just a desktop streamer or an IRL goofball.
And imagine if you were to just test your limits to see how far you really can be. I look at streamers like Yana and think, why is she not in a cartoon animation film? she has the voice of voice acting. I look at people like Emily. She has the voice as voice acting. When I see Max get nominated for a Grammy, I'm like, wow. It looks weird to the outside and to people who, and to the thought of a streamer doing it, but he just opened up a door for a streamer and a content creator that loves to do music, and they now can potentially be nominated for a Grammy. That's how I think. Anybody, it's creation in general. So it's like, I think you shouldn't limit yourself at only that. And that's why a lot of athletes and people have a lot of trouble with becoming something more, because the risk and the trap is the fear of primarily stepping away from what you're already known for.
It's funny because in this streaming / content creation game, you get put into a box, whether it be the box that's this phone or the box that's a computer screen or this little small box here when I go to react to something. So it's easy to see how a content creator can feel boxed in when...
Bro, even with me, I was thinking about doing some more commentary videos and even doing videos where I just talk about certain shit, bro. You know what I mean? So I might start doing that for real. I'm not gonna lie. I might actually put in some effort to do it. Start actually scripting my videos, because my videos are unscripted. Well, you can probably tell at this point. I don't even have a real outro or intro. But I mainly just yap, bro. I just talk, yeah. Not gonna lie.
Their life is like a little Russian doll. You know, the ones where you open it up and it's another one, another one. I'm in a box within a box within a box within a box. Like, it's so easy to see to me. But knowing that you have real power, real creativity, and real voice, and using that power, creativity, and real voice to do different, greater, better, whatever it is, shouldn't scare people. And so after getting blasted last year for all of his content creation endeavors, I remember them TikToks about it being Begathon 3. I want to ask y'all something. If Kai never changed, would you respect him more or just consume his content longer? Like if he was still reacting to Playboi Carti's latest drop or using his music stylist to listen to the latest drop, would you still rock with him? Do you actually want creators to grow, or do you just want them to be monkeys in a box?
Exactly. And that's a perfect way to end it. Literally the last second. But bro, that's such a real thing, bro. The hate Kai gets is so unwarranted, because it's like the nigga is just trying to do his best to do something else, bro. And people hate on him, but it is what it is. But anyway, with that said, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy doing this video with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're trying to get that 1,000 subscribers. I think I fixed the audio, so the audio is a little bit louder than the other video I posted yesterday. So with that said, we'll see y'all later. Peace.